Doug Emhoff just entered into a settlement agreement with President Trump. Why are they bending the knee to the president who allegedly beat a woman in Europe? This is the deal that Doug entered into. Backhand Doug Emhoff is back. And of course, Kamala's husband, as soon as Kamala lost the race, they all start to scramble and find what their next grift will be. And so he ended up at a law firm. And they just said, why don't you become a partner here and we'll just take good care of you since you've got connections to all these government entities and more, and you're a high profile person. It'll look good for our firm and we'll just give you a ton of money. So they brought this dude on. But the issue here is that the law firm who brought on Doug Emhoff just entered into a settlement agreement with President Trump. And here's what it looks like. And so people are asking the question, whoa, why is Doug Emhoff's law firm, at which he is a partner, why are they bending the knee to the president to the tune of $100 million? And so they're getting criticized over there, especially people on the left. Doug, you should resign. Leave this law firm, major law firm that hired Doug in January, right after, Trump was coming into the White House right before. Wilkie, Farr, and Gallagher. $100 million in pro bono services. We'll read through it. But some activists are already calling for Emhoff to resign from his new gig, according to Business Insider, saying, this is just offensive. You're bending the knee to President Trump. So Wilkie welcomes Doug C. Emhoff, this is their website, saying January 27, 2025, right? Just days after Trump gets sworn in. He's like, I need a job. Like, oh crap. So Wilkie announced that Backhand Doug has joined the firm as partner. Mr. Emhoff returns to private practice after serving as the second gentleman of the United States. Gosh. He brings more than 3 decades as a litigator, whatever, saying Emhoff's practice will be focused on what? Advising corporate boards, boards of directors, and individuals on business challenges and complex litigation. He's going to split his time between LA and New York. All right. Emhoff's most recently served as second gentleman, where his broad portfolio included the Olympic Games, Women's World Cup, and other things. It's like, why would you ever want to work with this dude? Doug is a trusted by business leaders person, and whatever. So they brought him on. There's his picture. Doug C. Emhoff, who allegedly beat a woman in Europe. Now, this was what Trump said. This is the deal that Doug entered into. Says, today, President Trump and Wilkie announced the following agreement regarding a series of actions taken by Doug Emhoff's law firm. Wilkie will provide a total of at least $100 million in pro bono legal services during the Trump administration and beyond to causes like the following: assisting veterans and other public servants, including, among others, members of the military, Gold Star families, law enforcement, first responders, ensuring fairness in our justice system, and of course, combating anti-Semitism, which has been in basically every one of these settlement agreements, which has been very interesting because it's probably a law firm filled with a high percentage of Jewish lawyers. So to give them carte blanche and say that the government endorses what you're doing, and you have to do it to the tune of $100 million. And again, I'm always curious, what percentage is going to what? Like, is $1 million going to assisting veterans and 99 million is going to combating anti-Semitism? I don't know. But basically every one of these things that we have seen has had that in it, combating anti-Semitism, which is really an interesting thing because, in other words, it's not a penalty really. Like, I'm sure you're like twisting these Jewish lawyers' arms like, oh no, we have to go spend our own money to go sue people who don't like Jews. No, don't make us do that. Wilkie's pro bono committee will ensure new pro bono matters are consistent with these objectives and that pro bono activities represent the full political spectrum, including conservative ideals, right? And that's what we're always asking about. It's like, it's hard to change a zebra's stripes or whatever the phrase is. So they might say that they're going to do all this stuff, but we'll see. Now, Wilkie reaffirms its commitment to merit-based hiring, is not going to do DEI anymore, going to give fair and equal protection to job candidates, irrespective of political beliefs, including hiring Republicans. Wilkie will engage an independent outside counsel to advise the firm, in confirming that employment practices are fully compliant with the law, including anti-discrimination. So that was my other question, is enforceability. How are they going to make sure that these people actually abide? Wilkie affirms it will not deny representation to clients such as members of politically disenfranchised groups, including pro bono matters and more. Here's a statement from the White House. Says, Wilkie will proactively, they reached out to Trump and his administration. I wonder if Emhoff was a part of this reaching out, offering their decisive commitment commitment to ending the weaponization of justice in the legal profession, right? So they're like, please don't sanction us. The president is delivering on his promises. They're like, we hired Doug. We're sorry. Don't come attack us. What do you need? The president is delivering on his promises. Here's a statement from the chairman of Wilkie. Said, we reached an agreement with Trump and his administration on matters of great importance to our firm. The substance of that agreement is consistent with our firm's views on access to legal representation by clients, including pro bono clients, across a wide spectrum of political viewpoints. We look forward to working with Trump and blah. All right, so that deal happened. Doug Emhoff, now officially, he's a partner over there, and they're now partnering with President Trump. So Doug bends the knee, and we'll see if Kamala has anything to say about that.